think it's safe to say Kia really doesn't care very much about the Australian car market. Here are the numbers showing what's going on. EV6 deliveries, wow, pretty shocking. And they just raised the price by enough that means it doesn't qualify anymore for rebates here in Australia. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Last month, in June, Kia delivered just over 2,500 electric EV6s to the United States. They delivered about 8,000 worldwide. In Australia, they delivered 61. Now, Kia says it could sell 10 times or more that number every month in Australia. In other words, they believe there's enough demand to sell 600 to 1,000 of these per month. And I would agree with them. There definitely is. So why is it we get 61 and the US gets 2,600? Seems like Kia isn't taking Australia very seriously. Now, it's actually just increased its prices by $5,000 on all EV6 models. That means the lowest cost rear-wheel drive variant is out of the reach of rebates on offer in pretty much every state in Australia. Now, this price rise was quietly revealed on its Build Your Car online calculators, which showed the lowest cost variant, the Air rear-wheel drive, up in price from $68,000 to $72,600 before on-road costs. That puts it beyond the threshold of around $68,750 for the EV rebates of $3,000 that apply in New South Wales and other states. The prices of all other variants of the EV6 have also risen, with the GT line rear-wheel drive jumping to $80,000 and the GT line all-wheel drive to $87,600 before on-road costs. To be fair on Kia though, the price rises for the EV6 follow similar jumps in the price of the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y, which has jumped in price by up to $3,800 barely 2 weeks after orders have opened. However, context is probably needed here. The Tesla Model Y is still a pretty similar price now. Very, very similar price. In fact, the base model is cheaper than the base model EV6, and the Tesla Model Y is definitely a bigger car inside. That said, both companies have jacked their prices up in Australia just because they can. There's so much demand. Hey, we'll just increase the prices. Kia sold 61 EV6s in the month of June. Well, they sold a lot more than that, but they only delivered 61, and they've delivered 294 cars in the first 6 months of the year. 294 EV6s here in Australia. Clearly, they just could not care less about the Australian car market. That makes it the 10th most popular EV on the market in Australia. I think it could be maybe second or third. Really could be, if they actually took our market seriously. The company has said it will be able to offer 500 to 600 EV6s for sale in 2022, but it could sell well more than 10 times that number if it were not for supply constraints that limits the cars offering here in Australia. So Kia is saying it's only going to bring 500 to 600 EV6s for the entire year to Australia. Now, the thing about this is, right, that during the 2020 CEO Investor Day, Hyundai/Kia Motor Company announced an updated roadmap for their future business, Strategy 2025. Now, the company aims to achieve three major objectives by the end of 2025. The first one is to challenge rival car manufacturers through electrification. The second objective is to become a leading mobility service, and the third to launch a hydrogen fuel cell system. Hyundai says it plans to sell amazing EVs in bulk, and they claim that they will become the market leader in 2025. However, the problem is, they say they're going to deliver 520,000 EVs in 2025. Well, currently this year, they hope to deliver 4 million cars worldwide. That would mean, if they still delivered 4 million as well in 2025, that EVs will only represent 12.5% of all the company's car sales in 2025. 12.5%. I'm not sure you can consider that taking electric cars seriously. I mean, they've got 3 years to get to 2025, but they're still saying in 2025, only 12.5% of all of our cars will be electric. Now, clearly, people want electric cars. Clearly, Kia. and really Hyundai as well, and not taking the Australian electric car market seriously. Now, I know there's different reasons for this happening. I know we don't have any emissions penalties here. You can just pollute as much as you want and nothing will happen to you. Whereas in Europe and China, well, you get massive fines. So yeah, I know that's a part of the reason. But that said, I believe if you are an electric car buyer or just a car buyer in general, you should consider supporting the brands that are supporting you. And maybe Kia is not one of those companies. Now, that said, to be fair, Volkswagen doesn't sell any EVs here in Australia at all. That's even worse. Tell me what your opinions are in the comment section below. Who's worse, Kia or Hyundai? Or Volkswagen? Maybe Volkswagen. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.